everybody, and welcome back to another Minecraft Java Edition snapshot video. Today we have a new snapshot that will forever change the way that we mine metals in Minecraft. Normal metals, we go along and we are in creative mode so we completely mess up the intro. But so say with the normal metal, if we have a pickaxe and with Silk Touch now, so we have a pickaxe with Silk Touch. So you might wonder why I'm putting Silk Touch on it. I'm going to be mining metals, right? Well, so as you know, normally mining metals with Silk Touch would just drop the same thing as without Silk Touch. But something new, something that is completely new, that will change the way we mine pretty much. If I give myself a normal netherite pickaxe and I can spell, here's my netherite pickaxe. With this netherite pickaxe, I'm gonna mine this and it drops raw copper, a new block that has been added to the game. And it's not a block, but it's a raw copper. That's what it is. It's definitely not a block because raw copper can now be smelted in a furnace. So also there's a creeper here, so I should take it out with my netherite hoe. But now they drop raw metals. So if I put all this stuff here, and now I take my one raw copper and I throw it out because it's gonna mess up what I'm gonna show you guys. If I take my Fortune 10 pickaxe, which is totally something you can get in vanilla, what is that? I got 2 raw copper from that? Yes. Now you can use Fortune on metal ores. I love this. So also there's raw copper, raw iron, and raw gold. It kind of reminds me of netherite scrap. Netherite scraps are could be almost like raw netherite. But is it just me, or does the rarer the metal drop the less, even with Fortune? Because copper is the commonest or most common metal, then iron is the second most common metal, and gold is the rarest metal other than, of course, netherite, which doesn't have a raw variant. And the most common ones seem to drop more. Also, a new thing we have is, if I go into creative, we have, waxed oxidized copper. If you can see it when set on game mode to creative goes away, waxed oxidized copper. It's not too big, but it's a thing that we didn't have before. An oxidized waxed copper before. I mean, there's literally no need to wax it just because, I mean, it's not gonna change anymore. If you didn't know, waxing just changes. It makes it so copper doesn't change state. Also, by the way, a couple snapshots ago, I didn't do a video on this one because it wasn't really big. But so they added new waxing mechanics. So if I get some, so now you can just use honeycomb and use an axe to scrape off the honeycomb. Like so here. Now it just waxed it, and it says wax on, then wax off with an axe. So now there's a new waxing mechanic. This was a couple snapshots ago. I just didn't do a video on it because it was a small snapshot. But the biggest change is definitely the raw metals. They did implement it so Fortune could work on metal ores. But it's really good now that Fortune works on metal ores. Because before, I mean, the only way you could use Fortune was on, like, gem ores and stuff, like diamonds and emeralds and even coal, I guess, which isn't really a gem ore. But, so, yeah, this is cool. Also, I can't stop loving the new iron ore texture because it is really, I mean, look at it. This is so much better than the old iron ore texture, and definitely much, much better than the old iron ore texture, which was, like, I mean, okay, the first iron ore texture was the worst. I mean, okay, maybe it wasn't as bad as the second. Wait, like, I'm talking about 1.17 snapshots here. So, the old iron ore texture before 1.17 and all that, it was okay. But all the old textures were okay. But the second 1.17 snapshot iron ore texture was just not my favorite. Now let's see how much we can get with my Fortune 10 pickaxe. Just because, yes. So now you can officially use Fortune on all ores except Netherite. I don't know if later on they will implement it so you can use Fortune on Netherite. That will be really cool. You know, like the ancient debris, not Netherite itself. So, I probably said this already, but the new metal, the raw metals, they remind me a lot of Netherite scrap. So maybe because they said that they know about the updates several years in advance. So if they were planning the Caves and Cliffs update, then maybe they implemented Netherite scrap just so they could implement raw metals in the future. Although they didn't showcase raw metals in Minecraft Live, so I don't know if they knew about them yet. Yeah, I think it's really great, and especially with my Fortune 10 pickaxe that you can totally get in vanilla survival, and you totally don't need commands to do. But yeah, so, yeah, I guess so this was pretty much the snapshot. It added raw metals, fixed several bugs, including the end bug, that if you haven't seen someone's video on that, like, the whole end, it was almost generated, like, with amplified terrain, but it looked really cool, but of course they couldn't keep it. But so they fixed that. That was probably the biggest bug they fixed. They also fixed some other small bugs, like stuff not rendering correctly and stuff. But oh yeah, also, so I found some dripstone patches. Remember last video I told you that the dripstone patches now generate naturally. Now I officially found some dripstone patches. So yes, so just to prove that they do generate naturally now, just not like as much as it would in the real dripstone caves. But the dripstones do generate naturally. It's like that sound is really satisfying. You have to agree when dripstones drop, especially if there are a lot of them. Okay. Oh, I broke into water. But yeah, so these new changes are cool to the ores and stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys like them, and I hope you guys like the dripstone sound, because it is really cool, and because yeah. Also, last snapshot, I forgot to cover this. It added the light block, the slash give Lord Kitty Cat light, and it'll say gave one light to Lord Kitty Cat. This previously was a Bedrock exclusive, and you can't see anything with it now because I have night vision, but so if I were to slash effect clear, now if you place this, because this one has, you can see in the corner it says light level of 15, so you can customize their light level. What in Bedrock they used to give a default of 0, and why would you want one if it was light level 0? But these give a light level of 15, so in Java by default. So I really like that. Of course, you can customize them in Bedrock, but so they actually do block water. So as you see, the skeleton is gonna go down. I don't know if they'll keep that because in Bedrock Edition they can be waterlogged. So yeah, so this was the snapshot. Light block was from last week's, but I decided to show it off just because I forgot to in last week's. And yeah, these metal ores will forever change the way we mine. Forever. especially even though I don't have a long-term survival world where I have a Fortune 3 pickaxe. Oh yeah, I might start a Let's Play soon. If I don't know, I might. That would be cool. And if I do ever get a Fortune 3 pickaxe, it's gonna make finding iron and copper so much easier. Just because it's much easier with Fortune 3 to mine iron. So if I do /enchant Lord Kitty Cat Fortune 3, you saw me do it with the Fortune 10. But even with Fortune 3, so I will have, so it only dropped one that time, but I'm gonna use my trusty netherite hoe to kill all these zombies. And so yeah, sometimes Fortune 3 will drop more than one. Okay, yes, here it dropped like 2 or something. So that's how Fortune 3 can drop more than one with iron now. So that's gonna be fun. So yeah, that one actually dropped 3 there. Okay, yeah, Fortune 3 can drop 3 iron. But yeah, now we can use Fortune with iron. Now we have waxed, oxidized copper blocks, which are kind of useless, but they're cool anyway. And we have a ton of bugs fixed from last snapshot. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this snapshot video. And yeah, consider subscribing because it helps me out a ton and it's completely free. And you can always unsubscribe if for some reason you really want to unsubscribe. I would recommend not unsubscribing, but you always can if you suddenly really don't like me anymore for something. But yeah, please subscribe, guys. I'm trying to get 100 subscribers by the end of 2021. So yeah, that'll be fun. I hope you guys enjoyed all the new stuff. And I'll see you guys next time in another Minecraft video. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.